go to political risk analyst Ross Feingold now, joining us live from Taipei. So, Ross, I covered the State Department for 3 years. I know how difficult and touchy an issue this is. I can't believe it's been 5 years now of not knowing what this is. And remember, first it was called an attack, clearly an attack, according to the State Department. Then they said, let's call it a health incident. And it seems like every time there's some evidence, like changes in white matter in the alleged victims' brains, there's an immediate and opposite debunking. There's evidence the other way. Doctors, for example, saying that changes in the brains to that extent could also be caused by things like migraines and stress. So what is the latest thinking on whether this is really something physical or is it psychological?
Well, one of the more interesting theories recently is the insect theory, that it could be a type of insect that's common in certain parts of the world, but that wouldn't explain why diplomats or intelligence community members worldwide are reporting cases of the alleged syndrome. One of the interesting things about this, given the situation of American politics, at least this seems to be a consensus bipartisan issue in the United States Congress to pursue answers and to provide the necessary medical assistance to our U.S. diplomats. But as the report and you indicated, we don't really seem closer to the truth than we were 5 years ago.
You know, it seems like even though early on, when it was decided that yes, this could be some kind of weapon, it could be microwave. There has been, some precedent in the past, but nothing like this. It seems like now scientists have moved away more and more from that theory, that there are serious reports out there that microwave energy just could not do this in the kinds of situations we're seeing. Is that right?
Well, there are certainly reports to that effect, but weapons continue to develop. Technology continues to develop. I think at this stage, it would be premature, if not just silly, to exclude the possibility that it is a type of weapon. And it really does behoove the United States government and, frankly, its allies as well to participate in an investigation. Another interesting aspect of this in the different countries where there are alleged cases is sometimes the United States, for various reasons, has great challenge in obtaining the local government, that government where the embassy or diplomatic personnel are located, obtaining their enthusiastic cooperation into an investigation. And of course, there's diplomatic issues, there's legal issues, other types of issues involved in doing a joint investigation. And not all of these countries are necessarily, or their governments are necessarily friendly to the United States, and that just makes it so much more difficult to do an investigation. And then there's another interesting issue, which is this has now spanned several administrations. So we've had turnover in the United States government. And when there's a turnover in the United States government, that means a lot of the senior leadership in the foreign policy space, whether at the National Security Council in the White House or at the State Department, who are political appointees, they change. So that really has a serious effect on the ability, or on continuity and the ability to continue the investigation into the truth.
All right, Ross, 5 years and we're no closer to knowing what this is. Really appreciate your input.